Hello folks, welcome back to the Vertigo Tea Party. I was kind of farting around. I don't think I'm going to do much, like, straight up. Holy shit. Hold on. Don't kill the boss. If you kill the boss, you have to do it like 3 more times. What? Ah, sweet. Somebody actually did invite me. But yeah, I'm just kind of doing random stuff today. You'll see I have a lot of labor points. Part of that, it was kind of an accident, actually. I was in the queue for at least 4 hours today. But like during the last hour or so, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to a friend's house and hang out for a while. I've been hanging out with them for a while. So I ended up staying longer than I thought. And luckily, it doesn't log you out when you're... Oh, God. Nope, God. Whoa. Stop. Yeah, they're saying, like, don't kill the boss. But I don't really know. Oh, not too. Holy shit, this is a lot of people. I don't know why they're saying don't kill the boss. I mean, people are just going to kill whatever's there, so I mean... It doesn't matter. It's pointless to say don't kill it with this many people. But regardless... Oh, I think if you kill the boss, like, all the spawns stop. Which is an incredibly stupid way to do this quest. Because nobody's going to know to not kill the boss. That's a pretty dumb event. I mean, this is like a shitty idea overall, I feel like, anyway. Oh, well, this mobs only spawn during this specific time, so you have to come back. It's like, alright, the reward better be badass if I'm going to keep coming back. But, so yeah, I guess the event's over because somebody killed the boss. And they designed it so mobs stop spawning after the boss is dead. So everybody has to do the quest like 3 times. Which is pretty insane. Not the smartest design decision of all time. But anyway, yeah, I've just been kind of farting around. Anyway, back to my story. So I thought, okay, when I get home, I'm going to be probably out of the queue. But that's alright. I'll play some WildStar or something. Well, I logged over, and sure enough, I was actually just sitting at character select. So I'd heard that if you stayed at character select, it wouldn't boot you. But then I'd heard mixed reports. Some people saying it didn't work, some people it did. But I was sitting there at character select, so I was like, awesome. So I log in, I've got tons of labor points. So apparently, if you stay logged in on your character select screen, at least at the time of this recording, you actually still generate labor points, which is pretty crazy, pretty damn crazy. So yeah, I had a bunch of labor points, so I've been mining a little bit. I'm trying to stay above 100. And to be honest, I've also been trying to find... I like this little bug. I've seen this a few times. I've been trying to find crops to steal, especially grapes. There's no crops around. Unless everybody has gotten just insanely good at hiding, which is highly unlikely. Or people just aren't farming anymore, or putting up illegal farms, because it's pretty much impossible to keep your... Unless... I think probably the best method, at least right now, is to go somewhere with like really high level that people aren't to yet, and like plant your stuff in like really dangerous area. I did actually plant 2 grape trees in one other area. Then I noticed it was going to take 4 hours for them to grow, and it's already 2 in the morning. It's a Friday, but man, I can't stay up until 6 a.m. waiting for goddamn grapes to grow. So hopefully it's far enough out of the way. I might check it out later. If I do get it, I'll show you. Because I checked the auction house to see how much grapes were, and the cheapest I could find was around 4 silver per grape. And the seeds are like right at 4 silver, and I thought, okay, worst case scenario, somebody steals them. I'm out 8 silver. I bought like 6 seeds. So this time what I was going to do is I went to this one area that I haven't even been to yet called White Arden. There weren't a whole lot of players over there. It's slightly higher level. It's around 24, 25. There weren't very many players around, so I was kind of hoping, alright, well, there's not many people around. Maybe I'll get lucky and then we'll get stolen. But like I say, I only planted 2 trees, and then I realized the time frame. So I'm like, well, worst case scenario, I'm out 8 whole silver. No big deal. But yeah, I've just been kind of farting around, running around, trying to learn where stuff is. I haven't been doing any trade skills yet. I've thought about doing some tonight. I don't know I honestly don't know how long I'm going to really play tonight. I just kind of, like, after Well, luckily, I was going to say, oh, after sitting 4-hour queue, but to be honest, I was working from home today, and so I just logged in. I logged in at around 6 o'clock. When I got off work at 9, there were still 1,000 people in queue, if that gives you any idea. It's pretty rough, and I've actually heard worse. I've heard some servers... I actually have a place to go. Sorry, I was running around aimlessly when I actually have a place to go. But yeah, I've heard some servers have 5+ hour queues. I have never played an MMO that was this bad with the queues. I've never seen it. The closest I can even think of is with WoW on the Mal'Ganis server. I didn't play there, but I heard people saying that the queues were like really bad because everybody wanted to play on Mal'Ganis for various reasons. But even then, I don't think I heard of like 5-hour queues. The worst I remember from the WoW days, even at the height of just queues being god-awful, was around like 2 to 3 hours, I think. Maybe 3 hours on a really bad day. But I seem to, and I could be totally misremembering because it's been like, 6-7 years. But I don't really remember them being that horrific. But yeah, it's insane, and they're slowly adding more servers, and I'm not going to go into the whole breakdown of why I think it's a very difficult situation for them trying to figure out how they want to implement new servers, how many do they want to implement, how quickly. It's one of those things that will fix itself one way or the other. Think of it this way: if they don't add new servers, you get stuck with these 2-3+ hour queues. People are just going to quit the game, and when people quit the game, that's going to solve your queue problem. At least partially, because, well, you won't have as many people around. Right? That makes sense. That's the level 11. I was going to say, oh, I'll do this, but it's low-level mobs, I'm sure. I'm going to a farm, by the way. I think it's the right farm. If it's not, I'll just cut the video and pick you guys up there. I just kind of wanted to chat it up a little bit here. Sorry, I hope you guys don't mind too much of my infernal blathering. But, yeah. So people will, like I said, it'll fix itself one way or the other. They'll either make more servers, and no matter what, unless this just turns out to be the greatest MMO ever and people just love it. It's a WoW 2.0, which, by the way, isn't going to happen. I'm not saying it as a slam against the game, but the way this game is designed is not going to appeal to a huge mass market like WoW, in my opinion. Anyway, so either A, they're going to add new servers and spread the population out and lower the population that way and lower the queues that way, or they're not going to add them fast enough. People are going to get frustrated, leave, and then that will also lower the queues. And of course, again, there's natural attrition. Within the first month, pretty much every MMO ever, except for WoW and maybe a very small handful of others, the population dropped drastically. This is not the right farm. What can we grow here? Potatoes, cucumbers, carrots, onions, barley, rice plants, and chicks. It's funny how, like, some farms just happen to end up with tons of the same thing. Like, there's tons of potatoes here. I think this is that newbie quest, though. Yeah, this is that newbie quest. That makes sense. Where you're told to grow potatoes. Alright, no, that's fair enough. Alright, well, I'm going to get to that other farm. I'm just babbling now, and nothing too interesting. So I'm going to try to remember where my farm is. And I'll see you guys once we get to my farm. Okay, we're here. I planted some barley, and I did a few chicks. So first we're going to get the barley. So why did you do barley, you ask? Good question. It's because that I can use to turn into feed for the chicks. At least I think I read that right. I sure hope so. We'll find out in a second. Only 1 labor point to harvest. That's nice. Alright, so how much did we get in total? Barley, alright. Spend 5 labor to process 12 audit ground grains. Alright. I really very much hate that it's like, oh, you need 12 to make X amount. It's like, yeah, just let me do it one by one if I need to. Like, don't be twats. And I understand why they do it partially is because, oh, we want you to use this blue salt knife because we need blue salt knife because we need a money sink. But seriously, come on. Alright, no. There's not a merchant over here, a general merchant. So basically what we're going to do is create the ground, was it ground grain? Wait, that is what they needed, right? Sorry, my memory is balls, I know. Chickens everywhere. I thought you bought chickens in lots. I guess I was quite... Yeah, now that I think about it, I was wrong. Oh, well, I can't give them grains anymore. Okay. So I guess you have to give them the grains very early, which is kind of shitty. But, alright, well, let's go make some, I guess. We'll see how much grain we make. Actually, it tells us, doesn't it? 5 labor to process 12. Well, it processes 12 ground grains. Oh, no, it says 10 items of the same size. So we need 10, and it will create 12. Alright, I gotcha. Where's the... I think the general merchant over here. Yep, there she is. I think it's a she. I can buy more chickens. No problem. I don't imagine this meat sells for very much in the auction house. Maybe it does. Hell, I don't know. Now, I mean, I've talked a lot of crap about the... Oh, first let me check this. Blue salt knife. Almost bought the wrong thing. I've talked a lot of crap about the labor system. But let me say this about the labor system. One interesting facet I find is that it's going to cause situations where it's like, okay, where I talked about before. I hope this is the right thing. Where I talked about before, where, you know, I could just, you know, maybe sell this trimmed meat on the auction house to other players and make a little extra gold. And you think, well, surely that's not going to sell much, right? Because there's public farms that support chickens. People could easily just buy a bunch of farm spots, raise chickens, butcher them, boom, there you go. Well, the limitation on that is the labor points. Now, I don't think it takes that many labor points to water, or not water, or feed and plant and harvest the chickens, I don't think. But it's still a labor point cost. And there's still the kind of the time aspect. Did that say 46 hours? 15 labor to butcher a weakened animal. Weakened animals will yield less meat. Can I see the... Why can't I see the gear? There he goes. The gear is kind of buggy, I've noticed. 45 minutes. I really hate that I can't feed them now, but let's just try it. Let's try to see if this food works. We'll buy some more chicks. Alright, let's not buy that many chicks. 2 more is fine. I go crazy on money. Remember what our main goal here is to find ways to make money. And, you know, to experiment, of course. Alright, let's put this on the other side. I wish I could just destroy this chicken. Destroy the chicken. My god. Yes, I don't need that every time. So is it grain? Alright, 1 ground grain and 1 labor to feed. Okay. Wow, 15 labor to butcher a weakened animal. So I'm guessing it's going to be about the same. Can I use... Hold on. 3 labor and 1 livestock supplement. I don't know where livestock supplement comes from. Let's check the folio. Livestock. No. Well, so I don't know how to do that. That's how I found out how to make the damn ground grain, by the way. Wow, can't talk. Really? I was pretty damn sure. Oh, that's right. I found another recipe that used it. See, stuff like that should be in the folio, just so you can know what it is. Because a lot of times, when you're hovering over shit, there's no way to see how to make it, right? So, like, for example... Yes. I hover over this, and this is 1 ground grain. Well, how do I make a ground grain? I don't know. There's no way to tell from there. So that's one flaw I find. Just like with the buffs, right? With the buffs, like, oh, it builds bloodlust. Okay, well, what does that do? Wow. Something. I was like, well, okay, thanks. Alright, how can we tell? Man, these gears. Oh. Chicks have, like, 2 pixel hitbox. So these are, goddamn, 2 hours left? And these are the ones I fed, for God's sakes. Alright, well, whatever. These are about done. Obviously, I'm not just going to stand around and wait for them. I've got a timer going for something else anyway, so I'll check back in 40-ish minutes. I'll probably still be on. So I might actually, as much as I hate to, because if it hasn't been clear, I don't think I've been very clear. I have decided to play this free to play. The goal is to not spend any money, period. Or until I just can't stand it anymore and I find the limitations are just so harsh, I have to spend money for something. I think we can avoid that if the prices for getting a patron stay low like they are now for long enough for us to buy a month or two. I don't think it's going to be necessary because you get a lot of stuff with patron. Obviously, there's other things you can buy with money, things that like potions that give you a bunch of labor points, crap like that. But I don't think it's going to be necessary that we spend money. So that's the goal right now. I'm also trying to not abuse the system too much by like intentionally AFKing because I kind of want to emulate something that you guys or the typical person might do. A lot of people may be at. I had to keep in mind that maybe by the time you've watched this, they fixed all AFK issues, and you can't just AFK for labor points. Or, like I said, for example, before, you can just sit at the character select screen forever, never get booted, and you generate points. You generate labor points. But they might fix that by the time you guys see it. So I'm trying not to abuse it, but the queue is just so bad right now that I kind of want to abuse it because now that it's the weekend, I'm kind of limited when I can just hop on. I can't just say, oh, well, I know I'm going to want to play the game in 4 hours and log into the queue. And of course, being the weekend, even more people are going to be abusing AFK, which means longer queues. But anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to get a semi-realistic playthrough here, while at the same time kind of maybe giving you guys ideas of what you can get away with and how to maximize your enjoyment of the game while not spending money. Now, obviously, there's going to be much better, more focused, shorter videos that do that instead of just a full LP form, but I just thought it'd be an interesting twist on the typical LP without making it boring to watch. At least I hope not. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut the video here. I might pick you guys back up when I go pick the chicken up. I'm just going to kind of explore, look at the auction house, just kind of get a good feel for things, see if I can find some way to make money, and maybe I can use that for myself to make some money and give it information to you guys. Anyway, see you guys in a bit. All right, what wonderful timing. We had one chicken grow up. This one will be growing up in 10 seconds, 11 seconds. It's so nice. They grow up so fast. 30 minutes even. Well, actually, it was 45, wasn't it? But anyway. Boom, there it is. Hooray, chickens. So wait, hold on. This gives me a chance to feed them again. 1 labor. Do I get eggs? Oh, I see. Spend up to 5 labor to gather eggs. Okay. Grab some eggs. I don't know what eggs are for. Presumably cooking, but... Oh, nice. So you can just keep the chickens alive. Oh, recovering hen. Oh, okay, look at it again. 41 minutes. She can lay some more eggs. Or we can just do this. Weaken animal. Why is it weakened? Oh, because it's recovering. I see. Let's go ahead and just off this one for now. Sorry, 10 labor to butcher. Yes. Sorry, chicken. Hello. You've been an adult for too long. It's time for you to go. Oh. Bagak. 4 chicken meats. How many of these do we need? 10? I think 1 more go will be enough. Sorry, chicken. I don't want to wait another 45 minutes. So that gave us 4 meats. Let's see how much this weakened chicken gives us. Obviously, it's somewhat random. Oh, wow. 1 meat. Gee, thanks. The 1 amount of meat that would totally bone me. Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Screw it. I need 1 more meat, and I think that'll make enough for a travel pack. Seriously. I got a feather from that. Ugh. How long has this got? Man, I ain't gonna wait that long. Screw it. I'm gonna buy some from the auction house. So another thing I was looking at was like how much would I'm trying to keep track of how much this would cost if I bought the mats in the auction house. Because obviously if the mats are cheap enough and the payoff is good enough, it's like screw planning this crap and waiting around, wasting labor. I could just buy it in the auction house from other players and turn it in. Now one thing I also noticed is to create the little pack, the travel pack for this, is like 50 labor or something. So it's very labor intensive and of course time intensive. So let's go to the auction house real quick. It's pretty close. One thing I'm starting to kind of get the more open world aspect of this game, because I've been spending hours doing no leveling whatsoever, just running around, kind of checking the auction house, learning how the trade skills work, looking at doing this trade mission, looking for stuff to steal. And a lot of the other MMOs, it's like, well, this is, ooh, hello. Damn, 3 hours. Come on, water that thing. I need to steal it. I mean, I need to borrow some grapes off of it. But, yeah, it's... Where's the auction house? I think it's over here. I love these trees. These aspen trees look awesome. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff other than fighting. And I'm going to compare this game to WildStar a lot, even though they're not really very similar. It's just the MMO I've been playing lately, and it's also like came out at the same time, even though this game's technically been out a while in Korea and maybe Russia. Anyway, point is, in WildStar, it's pretty much level. Yeah, you can kind of trade skill, but a lot of times money's a huge factor there, especially at least with armor smithing. Because, whoa, what the hell happened here? I was actually looking at how to buy a donkey as well. But yeah, we go check the auction house. Now, I was looking at grape earlier, because we need grape, obviously. And I found somebody who put these up for pretty cheap. That's straight up 3 silver. That's actually even better than I just bought them for. I bought them for like 3.5. So it looks like prices keep changing. And one thing I can't do is play the auction house right now, being a non-patron. Because I can't put stuff up to sell, but I can buy. But at any rate, so that's that. And how much is just flat out trimmed meat? I don't think it was very expensive when I last looked. You guys are selling it for 82 copper a piece. I don't need that much though. I forget how much. In fact, let's see how much we need. Because coincidentally, there's actually this thing, whatever it's called, specialty workbench. We need 50, so I only actually need 12 more. What a pain in the arse. What if it is a... Damn it. There's chicken meat. Holy crap, 2 silver a piece? And we can't even be sure how much we'll make. How much labor does that cost? And we have to buy a blue salt knife, which actually, yeah, that's pretty inconsequential price, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with just the trimmed meat. Holy shit, 1,000? Damn, son. I'm trying to find a reasonable price and not a ton of them. Here's 50. There's some 10s. What did I say I needed? Shit. I said I need 12, of course. Alright, so let's go back. We'll buy these. These are all 82. Yeah, 2 copper difference. Not really gonna make or break us. So yeah, as you can see, the prices are really low. But again, we don't know how much it's gonna cost us. Or how much money we're gonna make off this trade route. And there's also the risk of getting attacked during a trade route, blah, blah, blah. Which I don't know how that works either. Alright, so the last thing we need, what was it? A quality certificates. And I believe general good vendors sell those. Where's the closest general good vendor? Oh, here we go. The game does a really good job so far of putting vendors together, like that need to be together. It doesn't always do it, but I don't really think it needs to do it all the time. 50 silver. It was a quality certificate, right? Let's double check, because it's 50 silver, and I don't want to screw it up. But it does a pretty good job of that. Too many MMOs are like, we're going to put the trade skill stuff over here. Go away, horse. the trade skill stuff over here, but then we're gonna put the bank stuff across town. It's like, just put that shit together. Like, don't artificially make this shit take longer. Quality certificate, yes. All right, let's buy a quality certificate from this general merchant. We're down to 28 silver, so hopefully this is actually worth our while. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go look at how to, you know what? F it. All right, first off, before we do this, because I think once we make it, I don't think we can like put it down. I mean, we need to be ready to do this thing. So let's open our quest log. We're gonna follow all the quests except this. We want to look at the map. Where are we going? That's only telling us to make it. Deliver to a gold trader in Memoria. Okay, this map is very hard to see. Memoria. It's missing that one thing I do like the other games have, where if you click on like a city or a zone name or an area name, it'll zoom in on it on the map. Memoria, Sand Deep. Danger level 1. I guess it's like PvP type area. Well, shit. I don't know where it is. This is probably not the smartest thing to do, but we're gonna just do it. Oh, 60 labor to make this. Holy cow. Oh, nice. It's a slot machine. Sometimes it just fails. Oh, God, that would be awful. All right. To a gold trader in Memoria. Okay, no, that's where I'm at, right? Aguinoid Forest. Alright, that's actually not too far away. Let's plan our trip out here. Gonna go to Liliat Hills, I guess. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, let's get moving. Right, I don't think we can mount like this on a regular mount. Never mind. I don't think this is really much faster. In fact, it seems like this is faster. Slightly. So, alright. Let's go ahead and head on. I don't know if I'll record all of this. It's not super interesting. But, you know, you never know. I presume, I mean, I don't see, that's the thing. I don't understand how the PvP system works, right? Because you can attack other players that are carrying stuff and steal their stuff. Well, I've noticed other people carrying stuff, and I guess I haven't tried to attack them or anything. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's only through certain zones. I don't know. Maybe in some zones you're just automatically flagged PvP and anybody can attack you. I don't understand how that works. Maybe you have to flag yourself as PvP. Beats me, man. I don't know. I have to look into that a bit more. Because if I'm going to do this more often to make money, which I'm seriously considering, that, oh my god, it's the spam. Holy shit. Like, I seriously wonder, like, how effective is this? Like, when they do this shit, like, how many people actually are like, hey, that looks like a great place. I'm gonna go check that out. Of course, there's the argument that if even a single person goes to the white website because they did that, then it's you know, paid off. And that's a valid argument. Well, I think it's arguable, I guess. I mean, it's free to play, so it costs them nothing to get in. Obviously, they have to set up these alt accounts on these computers and have them set up to just sit in the queue, and then as soon as they get in the queue, spam until they die or until they're banned. Which I presume, God, I hope they are. This is definitely slow. And this really better be worth the money. I forgot to keep up. How much was the meat? By the time you read this, I'll already went back and looked at the video or something, but I think it was like 82 copper a piece So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to keep up with how much it costs because I did the math, and at the current price that I paid, or that it was worth at the time. Where'd it go? Come on, calculator. Oh no, I did it on Windows calculator. Shit, I was looking at my phone. Oh, you know what? I could drink and get my mana back so I can run more. Because I think I'm running faster. It seems like maybe a little faster. It feels faster, that's all that matters. But, yeah, I might want to get a donkey to make this a little bit faster. And apparently if you go to, you know, different continents and stuff, it's really pays off a lot of money. So I'll be interested in see how this ends up working out. Oh, this is a carriage guy. See, I guess we hang out, wait for the carriage. We'll hop on it. I wonder what this flag... Oh, I guess... Oh, that's right. The flag's for the Blue Salt Brotherhood. Brotherhood. Oh, and I actually did get some infamy. So, well, you have crime points and you have infamy. Crime points... if you get over 50 crime points and you die in PvP specifically, then you go to trial. And then people judge you, and then you go to jail. Or not. But you pretty much always go to jail, unless you bribe people. Infamy points, your total crime points, I'm just reading this. I say like I know what I'm talking about. Tracks the total crime points ever received. Accruing 3,000 or more infamy points turns you into a pirate. So I don't know if you could ever lose infamy points. I would kind of hope so. Because then you get kind of lame if it was a permanent thing that you couldn't get rid of. And that you had to become a pirate at 3,000. I mean, I guess that would sort of balance out just stealing these crops, since it seems to be far more worthwhile to steal crops than it is to plant them. Unless you just hang out by them for hours and wait for the shit to grow. Because the jail sentences are pretty much one big goddamn joke. I love just sitting here waiting for this. I don't know, man. There's something wrong with me, maybe. I kind of like just sitting here waiting for the little carriage, and then I hop in the carriage and ride. I don't know. Man, maybe I'm weird. I guess I am. I wouldn't want to do this all the time, but it's just fun. It's kind of, I'll say this. It's nice to kind of relax and, you know, because, you know, with MMOs nowadays, it's like level as fast as you can, burn through the dungeon as fast as you can, get the best loot that you can, go. It's nice to just be like, just gonna, you know, take my time, get this trade pack over to the city, make a lot of money, and you know, it's just kind of nice change of pace. Because believe me, I'm definitely normally the just go, let's do this faster, and I've even said that in probably this and other MMO LPs. Mostly because, you know, story based, but yeah, you know, little change of pace. And again, I like to see more MMOs that kind of do something significantly different. I like this, you know, kind of a more things to do. There's PvP apparently at some level, etc. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, I'm running out of things to say at this point.